The biblical account of Lot's wife, recounted in the book of Genesis, stands as a poignant reminder of the consequences of disobedience and the profound significance of heeding divine warnings. This narrative unfolds against the backdrop of the impending destruction of the morally corrupt cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, illustrating the gravity of God's commands and the potential repercussions of looking back when instructed otherwise. Lot, the nephew of the patriarch Abraham, and his family found themselves residing in the midst of the depravity that characterized the city of Sodom. Due to Abraham's intercession on behalf of Lot, angels visited him to facilitate their escape from the impending judgment. The divine directive given to Lot and his family was crystal clear. Flee for your lives. Don't look back and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains or you will be swept away. Genesis chapter 19, verse 17. As Lot and his family hastily departed the doomed city, God's judgment descended upon Sodom and Gomorrah, utterly destroying them. However, a tragic moment unfolds as Lot's wife disobeys the divine command. Despite the explicit warning, her gaze lingers on the city she was leaving behind, and in that act of disobedience she becomes a pillar of salt. But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Genesis chapter 19, verse 26. The transformation of Lot's wife into a pillar of salt serves as a striking and enduring symbol of the dangers of disobedience and the consequences of clinging to the past. Her act of looking back was not merely a physical turn of the head, but a manifestation of a heart, unwilling to fully embrace the path of obedience and trust in God's guidance. In examining the significance of Lot's wife turning into a pillar of salt, we glean timeless lessons about the dangers of nostalgia, the reluctance to let go of sinful environments, and the profound consequences of disobedience to God's explicit commands. The scriptural narrative serves as a profound lesson on the importance of immediate and complete obedience to God's commands. God's instructions are not arbitrary. Rather, they are given for our well-being, protection, and spiritual growth. Deviation from these instructions can lead to undesirable consequences, as evidenced by the fate of Lot's wife. Lot's wife's hesitation to leave Sodom may symbolize the reluctance that individuals may feel when called to detach from sinful environments or lifestyles. The call to follow God often involves leaving behind things that hinder our spiritual journey. Her transformation into a pillar of salt underscores the gravity of lingering in environments marked by disobedience and sin. Furthermore, Lot's wife serves as a cautionary figure regarding the danger of nostalgia. Her act of looking back reflects a longing for the past, even if that past is marred by sin or disobedience. Nostalgia, if not properly handled, can hinder spiritual progress and lead to spiritual stagnation. The consequences of disobedience are vividly demonstrated through the transformation of Lot's wife. Her act of looking back was not a superficial gesture, rather, it reflected the condition of her heart. True obedience to God involves aligning our hearts with His will, acknowledging His authority, and trusting His guidance even when it requires leaving behind familiar but spiritually compromising places. In summary, the account of Lot's wife challenges believers to examine the condition of their hearts, prioritize obedience to God's commands, and resist the allure of the past, especially when it involves sin or spiritual compromise. It serves as a sobering reminder that God's instructions are to be heeded with utmost seriousness, and that a steadfast commitment to following Him is essential for a flourishing and transformative spiritual journey.